Alright, up and at 'em, minion boys! Time to get back to work. So, we are pretty close to being ready to get to the deeper area where it's pretty hot. I've decided what I want to do is actually drill over here though, so what we're going to do is cut a pathway to over here. Probably go ahead and release all this water. Just kind of get it all into one place, because this is all pretty useful water, although it's really hot. I don't know if I want to introduce 170 degree water into the base, so not sure what I'm going to do with that. Might leave it like it is. But the reason for this is because it's really hot over here. Look at this, almost 1,000 degrees over here. That's hot. But over here, it's only 240 degrees. And over here, yeah, it's even cooler. So I think we want to try to enter the oil biome in this area here, just because it's just a cooler area. And now that we're in a warmer area, we are going to be releasing slime lung, which is annoying, because it's going to then begin to spread all over the place. Hopefully they'll be able to pick it up. Yep, it's really hot in here. Yep, 114 degrees, but you know, what can you do? You just have to deal with it. That's going to drive me nuts, so we're going to cut that away as well. Just to let the water out. Fortunately, one of the benefits we have is the slime is actually... Oh, this is going to start filling up. We don't want that to happen. So the slime is actually filling up down here, and because the slime is filling up, or I mean, other way around, the water is, the slime is submerged in water, so it's actually not off-gassing, which is perfect, actually. That is exactly the way I would want it to be. Go ahead and punch a hole here to drain some of this water out. I don't want to mix the oil with the water, so I do want to try and get that drained out. And to make this a little easier, I'm going to make a block. Like, what do we have here? We've got sandstone. Interesting. Let's build a block here and right here as well to create a smoother surface to try and get this water to drain out into these areas here. That way, when we drill downwards, we're not going to mix polluted water. Let's also cut this away as well. And these ones. Good. And then we can also mop this stuff up, although, like I said, this water is pretty warm. It's not that much water, though, so I don't think it matters that much if we mop it up and move this smaller quantity of water into here. Hopefully it doesn't damage the plants, though, because we will be adding pretty hotter than normal water to the plants. Sometimes the plants are sensitive to certain temperatures, depending on what breed of plant they are. Another thing we could do is deactivate these, like so, and just dump the water somewhere else, like right here. We can just build this here and just dump the water in there. Do one here as well. Might as well grab this gold. So we'll do this priority 8, and we will dump polluted water in here. Copy the settings there. Go ahead and mop this up too. Alright, let's mop all of this stuff up. And same over here, let's build this and then mop that up. And, okay, looks like we're still grinding up that. This is generating a lot of heat. Look, we're getting like 90 degrees over here, so let's have them give it a break. It's probably enough until we have a way to reduce the heat. Let's wrangle this guy. Because according to our sensors, we still need more of everything except for the smooth hatches. And you can see there's even though you can only see one egg, if I zoom out, you can just see how many eggs are actually piled on top of each other there. And eventually they'll start hatching on a regular basis, and we'll have a regular supply of meat. And eggshells. For lime, because we need lime in order to... What do you call it? We need lime in order to create steel. We're not quite ready for steel yet, though. I need some oil to function as a coolant. Oh, I see what's happening. The slime lung is infecting these blocks because we have basically a man-made block next to a slime lung block, and it's just the germs are just spreading into it. That's the problem. Just one of the annoyances of slime lung. There are many annoyances with slime lung, but this is just one of them. But it's okay. We just got to focus on getting one task done at a time. That's all that's all I'm worried about. Keep mopping it up. Keep going. Okay, we almost got the water cleaned up. And then we'll delete these blocks because I just don't want them to constantly infect with slime lung. But there's a ton of water there. He is mopping the crap up out of that water. And it's still spreading because there's a decent quantity of water there. So we're almost out of polluted water over here, which is a little unfortunate. These are also filling up, so I'm gonna have to come up with a system for removing the that. But I've got a little more time. Oh, here's another hatch. Let's add him to the pens. One of the things we can do is just search for more water that's polluted and also not extremely hot. In fact, this extremely cold polluted water would be pretty valuable. Because then we could add it into the base, and it will give off it'll give off its heat to the, or it will heat up the heat in the base, or at least a portion of it. Still mopping. Come on, you guys, mop it up. Okay, I think we're done mopping, so let's go ahead and destroy those blocks so that they don't get infected with slime lung, and therefore they don't constantly have people build another one here. It might not be necessary. We're actually doing pretty good on emptying because our character's strength and carrying has increased so much. Reed fiber is up to 21. Oh, we got a visitor. Farming, decorating, suit wearing and operating, unconstructive and a farter. Building and farming, nah, we'll take the blossom seeds. Promotions? Here we go. Welcome to Super Hard Digging, Dark Shadow 3010. Improved carrying, yes. Improved construction. And I think that's it. Let's start building our exosuits. I think I just want to start with 2 of them. Make this a 6. Let's see them build it. These things are actually really fast. Like, they don't take long to build at all. Power? Okay, no, they just need a work area. What's wrong? Or do we not have enough? Are we having an electricity problem? No. There's enough electricity. No power? Why? Oh, is the line overloading? It shouldn't be. Hold on a second. Something is obviously up. Yes, the line is overloading, but what is overloading the line? Let's temporarily shut that off. Okay, so we'll shut that off until we can build these. Then we should be able to actually... There we go. And as you can see, that bar fills up at a pretty decent speed. There we go, one exosuit. Can we get a second one before the day ends? No, we can't. Okay, these can... What? Not that, though. These can get removed. Alright, once they build the second exosuit, we can turn this back on. Now, preferably. Make it a 9. Do it now! Do it now! Now! I want to watch. Do it now! Oh my god. Build it! There we go. It's like, do they even do anything? It's like they just kind of have to stand in front of it. I guess they're like monitoring its progress. Okay, now we can turn this back on. Alright, so I guess the exosuit dock is going to be here. So let's make the atmosuit checkpoint. Whoops. The exosuit checkpoint will be... Where is it? Stations. Checkpoint will be, I don't know, right here, I guess. It's as good a spot as any. And then I'm gonna make 2 stations, I think. We're gonna start with just 2 people. Now we're gonna need electricity. How is this line looking, anyways? This line doesn't look too bad. It potentially... It has a lot of potential overload, but I don't think it actually will. And now we have to actually pump oxygen into it, so let's build a gas pump right here. And let's build a pump. Just like this. And yeah, that should be good. Body temperature. Oh, it's getting hot over here as well. Getting hot in general. It's actually getting hot everywhere. Our Wheezeworts are not able to keep up with that. Very cold up here because of that. Not too surprising. We have a lot of heat over here. The polluted water is about 100 degrees. And it's also causing these plants to get rather hot as well. Because we are pumping pretty hot water into there. I think that's another issue we're having. This is going to be a... No, vacancy only. And I want to deliver 2 suits to it. Invalid checkpoint. The building is on the... Oh, yes, that's true, actually. Whoops. Wait, no. Oh, yeah, it is built on the wrong side. Okay, so we just gotta flip these around. They're backwards, basically. They're backwards. Okay, so let's do the atmosuit checkpoint here. And 2 Atmos suit docks here and here. Then we'll just rewire everything. And this goes in there. Just like that. So heat is creeping up on us. Over here, pretty hot. The Wheezewort over here is kind of like creating a little bit of a barrier to that heat. As you can see, there's like this little cooler pocket in this area. But we definitely could be doing better, without a doubt. We've almost run out of water, unfortunately. Add this in. Where's the ventilation at? Why isn't this on yet? Oh, no power. Need electricity. Of course. Of course we need electricity. Connected over here. Trim those off. So we're probably going to have to build a real heatsink pretty soon. Not sure where I'm going to build the heatsink. And I'm going to have to use it to cool the entire base off. I'm not sure what temperature I want the base to be, because we don't want to freeze the base. If we freeze the base, then, you know, that's just as bad, to be honest, because then you know, all the plants won't live as well. So we got to try to find just the right temperature, probably like the low 70s to the to upper 60s is kind of what I would like. Okay, so now this is starting to fill up with oxygen, which is fine. And that means we actually need to approve somebody for suit wearing, exosuit wearing. That's going to probably be our researchers. But at the same time, we're mainly going to be doing digging down there. We're not really ready for that, so let's see. Who is good at digging? Yeah, okay, so they don't need rocket suit training. They just need exosuit training. Everyone who knows digging... Who else knows digging? Exosuit wearing. Anyone who knows digging... And building. Digging and building. So you don't know digging, that's fine. We just need some people to learn exosuit training. Who else has digging? You do, but you're not close enough to it. You do, but you don't have enough skills yet. That's fine. We got 2 people who know exosuit. And one of them, at least one of them has digging, one of them has building. We will be doing a lot of building down there as well. Okay, so we can officially cut down into this area now. What is this stuff here? This is sandstone. Let's see, raw minerals. Sandstone, sandstone. This is all sandstone. Got a little bit of sedimentary rock. Okay, so we're gonna make this out of sandstone because it's apparently the nearby material. And it's time to actually cut down into this area here. Probably not this far. What is this? This is igneous rock. Probably stop here. And then we'll switch to igneous rock at about here. Just so they have a more nearby resource. And we'll stop right over here at this obsidian. Got a little bit of damage, which means we pumped an improper gas into it. Probably, I would guess it's polluted gas, or polluted oxygen. That means we are going to lose a bit of oxygen, but at the same time... the flip... On one hand, we're going to lose some oxygen. On the other hand, once these fill up, then we won't be depleting the area of oxygen further. Might as well trim away some of this gold as well. It looks like I might need to create a door for authorization. I'll use a pneumatic door to accomplish this. Because this guy's going way too slow. He clearly doesn't have exosuit training. Alright, so the way this door is going to work is everyone can go in, but only specific people can go out. And that's going to be, you can go in and out. That's fine. And Rebel Reborn, you're pretty fast too. Who's the other person? I need to see who has exosuit training. Let's go over here. Farming, decorate, bell, take the mushrooms. It's you, I remember you know. So it's Orestes is the other person who's allowed in. So that's going to be... Where is he? There, you're allowed in as well. Okay, so this door, because they have to go past this door, it means that they're going to have to... Oh, they're cheating. How dare you? That means I will need to do this. Make some this right here. Basically, I have to stop them from doing that. Alright, so what's important here is that everyone needs to be able to leave the door. That way, if somebody accidentally makes it to that side, they're allowed to leave. But on the other hand, you're not allowed to go through the other side of the door unless you are specifically these two people. That's the way it should work now. And that way, we will ensure that the only people going down here are actually the people... Oh, this is all lead. We need that. We need all this lead. Okay, because we're getting lead, that means it's going to be time for... where is it? Power control station. Turn this into an official power plant. Need to make sure that we're getting all of this lead. And I also want to start draining the oil into kind of like one area as well. So let's cut this aside. I want to leave some area for them to walk on as well, though. So here we are at the very bottom of the map. Yeah, here we have our magma. Fossils are useful for creating more lime. It's pretty hot down here, but the exosuits can handle it. So once again, not a big deal. I want to get all of the oil down here, though. It could be a little hard to pump this oil out, as I don't know what water pump we can use that will not be destroyed by the heat. I might have to make it out of, let me see. Overheat temperature, an extra 90 degrees. I don't think that's not even going to be enough, I don't think. Can I see, where I need to check the overheat temperature on these guys. Properties. Where is its overheat temperature at? Overheat temperature is 257. What are you made out of? You're made out of gold. So this is going to be too hot. Yeah, that's too high. We need something that is more capable of resisting. We need something that basically can survive about 350-ish degrees. I wonder if the answer is tungsten. I can't remember. I think tungsten has the advantage of that. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of tungsten in here as well. No, not stone ashes. What are you guys doing? So we'll add in the wolframite, which becomes tungsten. Copy settings over. So these things can no longer drink any water, because there's no water. As I said, they're very thirsty. Like, so that's not surprising either. Alright, so hopefully they'll eat some of that wolframite and we'll get some tungsten out of it. Let's continue cutting this area. I want this stuff. I want to try to drill this area out a bit. I want this tungsten. I want all of this. And we're probably going to do the same thing over here just to kind of clean up the area a bit. This is all granite, so I'm going to make this out of granite. Do another one here. Try to get all of the... This is all diamond. Diamond is good for decorative things. And so we're going to empty out oil. Oh, we don't have it. Okay, so we're going to have to actually mop this up. So basically, it's not a viable... It's not currently an option because we haven't bottled any of it. Once we mop this up and bottle it, it'll be considered an option for this. And that'll just allow us to keep all the oil together. That way we can pump it out easily. Got a little bit of crude oil over here as well. Even though they're complaining that it's hot, the suit should protect them just fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so now this should become an option. Yes, crude oil. Make it at 8. Copy the settings. Crude oil gets its own unique container. This is why we definitely wanted the skilled dig guys in order to actually get this done. Great job, great job. Let's cut another layer away, because I want this, and it's going to get trapped in there. Might as well just cut this entire thing away, because there's a little bit of oil over there. Let's trim this away. Actually, let's cut this away first. What is this stuff? Dirt? Oh, there's dirt down here? Interesting. Oh! That's right, we can start using lead. Lead is really good for this. I want this to be a pretty high priority. A 7. And, does this thing need electricity? I forget. No, it doesn't. Oh, it's cool. So this thing is going to make microchips, and then the microchips are going to be applied to the coal generators. So you can see it right now making the microchips. And now he's going to... So this... I forget what skill... You need a certain skill to even add that. Unfortunately, it got interrupted. It's a pretty time-consuming process. As you see, I'm probably going to add some lights in here so that they can do it a little faster. But what that's going to do is we're going to take the lead, because the lead is really not... It's not... Ugh. They're getting interrupted by other tasks. That's always a problem. So here's our canary in the coal mine issue. The heat is just creeping upwards. We don't need this Wheezewort here anymore, because we're not really using that. So I'm probably going to move him over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to uproot this one, and just put the Wheezewort in there. Just because, like, we're not using the computer anymore, so it's not creating heat. In order to get these guys to actually complete, I'm probably going to need to add in lights. And I'm probably going to need to add in... Oh, it looks like the progress is... Okay, so that used to be a problem. So originally, if they stopped tuning it up, you would have to start all over again, but it looks like they patched that. Because that was a big problem, because of how... It's a very time-consuming task, and then people would just abandon it. But there we go. So NG's tune-up effect completed. Now you can see this is giving off 900 watts now, whereas these are only giving off 600. And that's because of the tune-up. What it does is it gives you a bonus 50% power. So this thing is, like, way more powerful now, which is awesome. And now let's go ahead and put in the Wheezewort over here. I'll just copy the settings right here. Now they just need to fertilize it. And the Wheezeworts are really a, they're just kind of staving the problem off. Like, they're not a solution. I mean, if we found a whole buttload of wheezeworts, they could become a solution. Let me cut that just to see. Maybe we can get a wheezewort seed. Hoping to find some extra wheezeworts, just because, like I said, they are staving off the inevitable. That we will eventually need a dedicated heat sinking system. But I need space in order to do that. In order to get the heat sinking system done, I need space. Okay, so we need to kind of expand this area over here just so there's more room. I'm gonna cut this far just so we can start getting some of the diamond. The oil here is much hotter. It's about 600 degrees. The oil is rising in temperature. It's basically combined. It's averaging out a temperature of about 320. Let's see, because I believe we have a little bit of refined tungsten now. Let's see. A liquid pump. Oh, I can't choose to make it out of tungsten? That's annoying. How are we going to get that oil out of there when it's so hot? I mean, like, one option would be to make the oil not as hot, but that would take a lot of effort. It would take a lot of effort to sink the heat there. So this is trapped here. Let me add this here. I see a little puff of hydrogen. Diamond, extremely hard, very hard to drill through. Oh, what do you know? We're running up on time, jeez. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to have a little bit of a think on that, how I'm going to get the oil out of there. Maybe, one of the things I'm thinking of is maybe it's just this area in particular, like the oil, oh, the oil here is much cooler. So what I might do is pump the oil here that is within range of what gold would not be destroyed by, just to start getting a heat sinking system going. I think that's what I might start with. Because, like, basically, one of the biggest problem we're facing now is the encroaching heat. Heat is because, you know, we got the food's under control, the carbon dioxide is under control, the water is separated, that's under control. A lot of things are under control. Now the problem is heat. To make a proper heat sinking system, we're going to need to use an aqua thermotuner and... where is it? A steam turbine. We're going to need to combine those two together in order to make a real heat sink. And then, like I said, I'll have to think about, if I start sinking the heat in the base, how cold do I want the base to be? That's always a big issue, because the thing is that the aqua tuner combined with the steam turbine is really good at destroying and removing heat and basically absorbing it and concentrating it. It's really, really good at it, and it will freeze the base if I'm not careful. At any rate, though, that's going to be the end of that. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen Not Included content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.